I think life boils down to what you think of yourself and what you make of what you think of yourself. Si Siargao allows you to be at peace. At peace ka lang, kahit ano mangyari sa'yo the entire day, or kahit ano nangyari sa'yo nung morning, tapos mag-surf ka, okay na ako. Parang na-let go ko siya, or parang hindi na siya ganun kabigat na thing. Hi, I'm TJ Manalang, the Municipal Health Officer of General Luna, Siargao Island. I graduated batch 2015 from Ateneo School of Medicine. Pero before pa kami mag-graduate, meron nang parang sense sa akin na public health talaga yung gusto ko gawin. Tapos na-assign ako sa San Narciso, Quezon Province. Tapos doon nag-serve for 2 years as Dr. Del Barrio. After a while, marami nangyari. Na-diagnose ako with major depressive disorder. I guess marami lang talaga nangyari sa akin during that time. Pati yung pagod din of learning na yung parang dream mo to be a public health servant is di siya madadala ng pure passion lang. At least meron kang regimen to take care of yourself. Nung time before ako mag-diagnose with depression, sabi ng mga group of friends ko na parang sa same region kami, sabi na, uy, book tayo ng Siargao kasi mura pa. Parang like mga tipong piso deal na parang like 11 pesos ang ata yung nagastos namin doon. Pero yung booking niya, August pa of the next year. So ang dami nangyari in between doon. Na-push ko yung sarili ko na, oh sige, go lang, you deserve this. So you should go. So nandito ako, sabi ko talaga sa sarili ko, uy, wow, yung area, parang kung dito siguro nangyari sa akin lahat na nangyari sa akin the past year, I think kaya lang, no? Kakayanin ko lang kasi dito ko pinaka-best magagamit yung skills ko while at the same time nakapaghanap ng parang peace within myself. Hello, taga Pasig ako, taga Manila lang, wala akong probinsya. So nung na-assign talaga ako, sabi ko okay, ito na. Siargao Island is like such an isolated island if you think about it from the rest of everything else. Na when I got here, hindi naman sa sinasabi kong hindi maganda, no? Maganda yung healthcare system na in place sa Siargao Island. Pero of course, as compared to, yun nga, kung ano yung meron in like a metropolitan city, yung access na you would want to have, it's not as developed nga as you would see dun sa mga city na yun. Sa ngayon, on its way to becoming parang addressed, pero for example, meron kang like ng malalang stroke, ang nahanap namin na way is maaga pa lang talaga. Kaya siya napupush towards talagang yung mga goals ng public health, which is prevention. Kasi kapag nandun ka na, kapag nangyari na yung stroke na talaga, yun yung pahirapan. Amazing for me yung fact na yung public health includes preventing these diseases, no? Kasi dun ka makaka-focus na the more na na-prevent mo, the less na kailangan mo alalahanin. Before pa mag-start yung lockdowns, nung Wuhan virus pa lang yung tawag sa COVID-19, ang mandate sa amin is lahat ng bisita ng Siargao na hindi taga dito, kailangan ma-sure mo na walang sakit, na walang meron nung COVID virus. Kaming dalawa lang pa nun nung surveillance officer. Nag-ikot kami, nakasakay ako sa motor niya. Pupunta kami sa isang resort. Tapos magtatanong, oh, may nakastay ba dito? Tapos kausapin namin, usually foreigner, parang, oh, sige. So yung thing is, hindi lang 5 or 10 yung resort sa GL. Kung alam nyo lang kung ilan lang kami sa RHU at ilan lang yung sinabi nating contact tracing team, ilan lang yun na tao. Yung kasama na namin yung mga nurses, lahat sila parang dinidivide namin lahat ng resort. Tapos lahat ng stranded tourists nun, nakausap namin, nakachika. Tapos ang daming nagbagong challenges, mainly because mayroong mga tourists doon na mayroong mga anxiety, may mga psych problems. Yung anxiety ng entire thing, yung uncertainty ng lahat ng nangyayari. Tinry talaga namin i-address by, yun nga, always mayroong town hall meeting at that time, ito yung kinakaharap natin. Ito yung posibleng mangyari. Tapos ito yung reason kung bakit natin ginagawa kung ano yung ginagawa natin. Hindi siya naging madali, pero at the same time, meron namang help from the community kasi ko. Ganun nata si GL eh. Somehow parang nag-step up naman yung mga tao to help with the cause of protecting general. Nakataba ng puso kasi parang like, okay, lahat tayo hindi natin alam yung gagawin, pero ito yung sinabi na gawin nila ng mga nasa taas. So, okay, sige, gawin natin. I guess yung pandemic showed na we need to parang get back to our roots dito sa island. Maraming parang farmland na parang naipag-iwanan, na parang na-revive kasi, ay okay, wala na tayong ibang option. Nag-step up yung community mismo na parang merong mga nag-establish ng kanilang mga community kitchen. Ang dami sa GL na tumulong kasi parang yung mga nagsara or parang mga walang nagagawa na ng mga hotels or accommodations, parang may mga drives sila, no, to help the community, and it actually made our jobs a lot easier. Tapos ang dami din naming volunteers during that time na nakaka-amaze. If not only because of the people who are nice, if not only because of the spirit of the island which allows you to be the best you, it's because like going out, labas ka lang, pupunta kayo sa health center, paglabas mo, beach. Like kahit gano'n ka ka-stress, lumabas ka lang doon, napapawi kahit papano yung stress mo. Yung nawawiden yung world mo, kung sino-sino yung nami-meet mo na like foreign nationals, gano'n, or nagiging friend mo dahil sa pag-check up sa kanila or pagtulong sa kanila in some particular way. What compels us to stay is it brings out the best in you, and it gives you peace enough to bring out the best in you so you can pursue whatever you want. Siargao allows you to be at peace. I think life boils down to what you think of yourself and what you make of what you think of yourself. I see myself definitely staying here for good.